Welcome to the table. Go ahead and take a seat. We're about to begin. I am Midgarin, joined once again by our cast of wonderful and affordable roleplayers. This time, we are doing something different. Not only are we taking a step away from Dungeons & Dragons, but I am stepping aside as DM for the season and letting the Wire Nerd take it away. So, prepare yourselves for a wild ride as the Sunday nights present for your enjoyment, Deadlands, Riders of the Hellstorm.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado. The year is 1886. The city is more established than most of its time, with store shops and apartment buildings stretching for miles. For the most part, the citizens go about their day just trying to make a dollar to get them to the next one. But they have bad dreams, whispers in their heads that give them thoughts that just aren't, well, right. Everyone thinks everyone is out to get them, but just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't gunning for you. The one place that people are able to group without being suspicious of their neighbor is the magnificent Catholic church built up in the middle of the city. And that's where the journey begins, with a no-nonsense lady dressed in a habit that has just a little bit more wear and tear than that of the common clergy.
Alright, we're going to start off with Maeve. Maeve is in pretty much center of Denver. It's a bustling city. There's carts moving through. There's a train track cuts right middle of the city. The south of it is a church. That's where you are going to start off. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Alright, so Maeve is a holy person. She was raised by a deacon of a church. He was her father, biologically, but he claimed that she was an orphan to save face and took her in and raised her. When it became clear that she had holy abilities, he trained her combat as well, because he was actually an agent for the agency, the outskirts of Denver, trying to keep supernatural evil at bay. So they worked together for quite a few years, till one day they encountered a creature that killed her father, and she is trying to hunt down that monster.
All right. What's your connection to the church exactly? You're none, correct?
She poses as one, yes. He was the deacon of a church, like, in a small town outside Denver. He was undercover for decades, probably, I'd say. And so she knows the local church hierarchy, I guess.
Okay, so because of that, they have actually given you room and board at the church. It's early in the morning. You get up, walk out into the streets. You see horses pulling carriages. And what would you like to do with your day?
She would like to go down to one of the social hubs and see if she can find some information on any horses that have gone missing.
All right. So the main central hub of the area, sort of the town square, is going to be in front of the sheriff's office. The Sheriff Mabel is standing outside. Good morning, sister. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you've heard of any horses being taken in the night or any news from the surrounding farms?
So here in the city, we typically don't deal with the farmlands. I haven't heard of anything. At least it's been outside of my jurisdiction. But if you would like to, I know that the stables, they deal with the farms getting their stockade of horses and livestock. If you would like to go there, it is right behind the saloon.
Okay, thank you. I will check it out.
Entering the stables, the first thing Maeve notices is the smell. It seems the stalls have not been mucked in several days. The many horses neigh and whinny in their wooden stalls as she enters. Looking around, the shoeing tools to her right have dust and cobwebs forming on them. Looking to the left, all she sees of life is the horses in their stalls, very restless. But she goes on alert as she hears some noises coming from the back of the stables.
Alright, she will mosey on up to the stable master, if she can find him.
You only see one other person here in the stable. It's this scraggly man, brown hair, about average build.
So I see this woman walking up to me. I'm just watching her approach.
Hello there. Are you the stable master?
No ma'am, I am not. But I haven't seen him yet. You're looking for him. I mean, you can wait with me if you like.
Sure, yes. And Maeve will whip out her Bible and start to read.
A woman of the cloth, are you?
What gave it away? Note, she is wearing a nun's outfit.
Well, it's never safe to assume that anybody is who they appear.
Valid, you've got a point. My name is Maeve. I'm from just outside town, a small parish there.
Very interesting. You don't see a lot of people of the cloth where I'm from.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from New Orleans, ma'am.
You're a long ways from home, sir.
True words have never been spoken.
They have been written, though. And she'll, motion to the book and kind of grin.
Well, I am familiar with the good book.
Do you have any favorite passages?
I do indeed. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
That's a good one. Oh, I see someone coming.
Walking up into the stables, kind of looking around, you see that this woman, she has fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, but she looks very forlorn.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you okay?
I can't find my husband.
Who's your husband?
He's the proprietor of this establishment. He went missing about 3 days ago.
Oh.
Maybe we can help, ma'am. Where's the last place you saw him?
Last place anyone sees anyone in this town. In the bar.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go to the saloon and see if I can find him for you. We'll start there. Is there a place where I can find you when this is all done and over with?
Yes, I have a little apartment just north of town square.
Will do, ma'am.
Alright, I guess we're leaving now.
Yep. Heading to the saloon.
I suppose it would have helped if I'd have asked for a description. I'll turn to Maeve and I'll say, where should we start?
Start at the bar. Isn't that where everybody starts? At the saloon?
Ladies first.
Entering the saloon, this place is more alive than most, the piano playing a jaunty tune and spirits seem to be high. The dancers on the dance floor show that the alcohol must be strong here. The clientele of this fine establishment seem to be from all walks of life, from the businessmen to the cowfolks at the card tables and the soldiers eating their food, watching the dancers and enjoying the show.
Can you roll me a notice check?
I think that's 8 total.
That is 8 total. Yeah, you see a kind of swirly looking dude sitting at one of the tables before you walk into the gambling area.
She'll walk a little closer, see if she can get a better look at him, while still trying to make it look like she's heading towards the bar.
You introducing yourself to him, or are you just gonna side-eye him?
She'll full on smile and nod to him.
How do you respond, Axel?
Axel's just gonna look over at her, tilt his hat. He's gonna keep one hand under the table though, just to be safe. Just to be safe.
She'll kind of chuckle, glance down at his clearly hidden hand, and then walk to the bar. She's not hiding the fact that she knows he's got his hand on his gun underneath the table at all.
All right, and are you following?
Yes, I am.
Axel, if you want to take this time while I'm doing this to kind of describe your character.
Well, as you said, Axel's kind of a squirrely man. His eyes is always darting to and fro, checking, looking, making sure people where they're supposed to be. Got a handlebar mustache, and his long, unkempt hair is covered up by his hat. He carries around 2 guns, carbine always very close by him, but when he can't pull that out in public, his trigger finger is always on a 6-shooter.
I just realized that you guys said squirrely, and I typed swirly.
Same thing.
Either way, she's watching you.
That's alright.
So while Maeve is leaning on the bar, looking at the bartender, Joshua is facing the opposite direction, keeping his eyes on tenants of the bar surrounding.
As you approach the bartender, Maeve leans in with her left arm on the bar. Squirrely dude with his hand on his gun out past the gambling tables. He kind of backs away as you guys approach. What can I do for you?
We're here to see a man about a horse. We're here to see a man who runs the stables. The horseman.
I was about to say the latrine's out back. What is this man to you?
He runs the stables.
I understand that. Stables are right back there. I've had many dealings with him as he comes in here and drinks all the time. My question is, what is he to you, sister?
A man who could sell me a horse? His wife said he's been missing for 3 days, so he can't sell me a horse.
Roll me a persuasion.
7.
Yeah, he was in here about 2 nights ago, but he did not look well. He's coughing all over the place. I told him he should probably go to the doctor. He said I'd probably be better off going to the undertaker. I thought that was a pretty glib way to look at stuff, but here we are.
No, that doesn't sound good at all. And you haven't... What does he look like? His wife asked us if we saw him to send him home, but we don't actually know what he looks like.
Spindly man, bald. He used to be actually kind of well built, but over time started to get dark rings around his eyes and had a cough something fierce.
Has anybody else suffered this cough, or is it just him?
I mean, people are always coming and going here in different forms of health. Usually, every once in a while, somebody decides to puke into the piano because they can't handle their liquor. I've actually had to start watering it down because people are just trying to drink to forget these days. There's all those rumors that are going around that the Tombstone Epitaph has been printing about wild monsters and all kinds of beasts, and ever since California, well, you know what happened in California.
I do. What kind of beasts have been rumored to be roaming about this area?
I thought someone of the Lord would not partake in that kind of hearsay. It's just rumors and tall tales, as people tell.
No, but they could be useful in sermons. So what kind of creatures are we talking here?
I don't know what kind of creatures. I don't believe in that kind of stuff.
She'll just kind of smile, request a glass of water, if he'd be so kind.
That'll be $2. Alright, you pay the man $2, and he reaches underneath the counter, pulls up a jug, and pours water of questionable quality. You can actually see branches and twigs and dirt just kind of floating around in it.
Yeah, she didn't expect to be getting anything great from this guy. She's just going to smile, thank him, sip the water, while turning to watch the poker games and the Squirrely Man.
Well, while you are watching the Squirrely Man,
Squirrely games.
on the poker table, you start to hear a ruckus.
She'll focus on that one. I'm sure she can hear what's going on.
One of the poker players turns to the guy to the left and goes, "You cheating bastard!" And he unloads a bullet right into his head, knocking him dead onto the floor. How do y'all react?
Maeve's gonna move to the side of the bar.
Joshua's gonna quick draw his pistol and tell the man to drop his weapon.
He was robbing me blind. I knew he was going to be robbing me blind. I had a dream about it.
That is not proof that a man is cheating you. Put that fucking weapon down, son.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, nice. Oh, wow, I liked you.
Is that a 12 combined, or is it just an 11?
It is a 12 combined. That's
Ooh.
not going to be good enough. Everyone is going to...
While he's doing that, Axel's going to get up from his chair. He's going to walk over into the bar, and instead of his 6-shooter, he's going to pull out his carbine, and he's just going to get that ready for a gunfight.
Sounds good. So we're going to have our first combat.
Do we roll initiative, or is it just our pace?
You're actually going to draw for it.
It's cards, that's right.
In Savage Worlds and Deadlands, initiative is determined by your cards. So, Axel, if you can pull your card.
Jack of Hearts.
Now, Maeve. All right, Josh, now you.
7 of hearts.
I believe Axel and Josh both have capabilities that allow them to draw again. Do either one of you want to do that?
No, I'm good.
I'll give it a shot for playing safe.
Well, just to let you know, it's going to cost you a Benny.
Yeah, I'll do it anyway. Jack of diamonds.
I believe that is a tie. So in case of a tie, it goes in reverse alphabetical order. That means hearts is going to go before diamonds. So Axel still goes first, but you go before Maeve.
I thought you meant in reverse order of name, not the suits.
Axel?
So Axel, he would like to point his carbine up, and it is a Gatling carbine. He's going to unload all 5 rounds into the ceiling. Just make a nice loud noise like, "Put your gun down!" Just kind of like warning shots. Warning shots. You don't want to hurt nobody.
All right, so you were trying to startle him?
Yes, but I will be unloading all 5 rounds.
Yeah, this is going to be an intimidation roll, which it looks like you do not have the skill intimidation. So you are going to roll untrained.
It exploded once.
Hey, exploded, right?
It did explode.
Ah! It's a scary gun.
So you point your gun up at the ceiling. You unload 5 bullets in rapid succession.
Please, just everybody calm down.
So you have successfully distracted him. He's not going to drop it, but he is distracted by you. So next it will be Josh's turn.
I am going to aim to shoot the gun out of his hand.
So since you're doing that, that will take your entire turn. Maeve, now your turn.
She is going to once again step behind the bar, and she's going to kind of crouch down. Not really like she'll grab her gun, but she won't. She's trying not to show that she has a gun. She's trying to just kind of hide beside the bar out of the main line of sight, but she is going to be ready to shoot if that man starts shooting up people.
All right, so you are holding your action.
Yes, sir.
Character holds her action card to go later in the current or later round. You lose your hold status if you get shaken or stunned. You may also interrupt a foe's action with an opposed athletics roll in the future if you want to. Actually, with that being said, first person who told him that he was in the wrong was going to be Joshua. So he's going to aim his gun at you.
Maeve's going to attempt to stop that.
Roll an athletics check.
Dear Lord. 14.
To hit 4. You move in a split second and get right up on him, and you smack him square in the face, stopping him from shooting his gun off.
Don't you do that, sir.
Axel, your turn again.
He didn't do anything. He didn't fire.
He was unable to. He was interrupted by Maeve.
A nun walked up, punched him in the face, and said no.
I'd like to come over him, put the gun in his back, let him know that this will not be tolerated in this establishment. Only I'm allowed to be shooting walls and shit.
All right. Once again, roll me another intimidation.
Can Maeve assist him somehow by, glaring sternly?
You are actually assisting him by being in range. Flanking
nice.
is a thing. He's getting a +2.
5 total. Mr. Sir, just put the gun down, and we don't got to do this. Just put the gun down. Let's just get a drink. You like a drink? I like a drink.
You aren't the voices that tell me what to do.
Voices? What voices? What are you talking about?
All right, Josh, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow through with my called shot to disarm.
Go ahead.
I think I don't know if a 40 hits.
That gun is not in that man's hand anymore.
I don't think that gun is building.
I don't think his hand is existing anymore.
Oh my lord.
Man.
I'm assuming you're using your rifle?
Yes, sir.
You actually have a +2 to that as well, because that is your favorite weapon. So with a 42...
That's the answer.
You are going to raise your rifle up. You're going to look down your scope, and you're going to look right down the barrel of the gun. And you are going to put a bullet inside of the barrel of the gun, which explodes it into many different pieces. He is going to take damage from that, so please roll damage.
16 points of damage.
All right, let's see if he survives this. He does not. Roll me 2d6.
That'll be an 11.
That's going to go into his leg, and it is going to make him bleed out almost instantaneously.
God damn it. It happens every time. I wasn't even trying to kill him. I just wanted him to drop the gun.
Perhaps you should have just wrested it out of his hands with your hands, Joshua.
I don't know what that means.
You reach out with your hand and you take it from him.
See, I don't like to be up close and personal. I like to be safe distance where I can shoot the gun.
But I don't like killing people, especially people who seem to be not in their right mind.
Well, I mean, he did shoot and kill a man right in front of us.
He wasn't in his right mind. He was talking about voices. I don't like voices.
See, that man gets it. We don't mess around with people carrying firearms talking about hearing voices in their minds and shit.
I suppose not. I apologize for the mess. And she's turning to look at the bartender.
It happens here more than I'd like to admit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
How much is it going to cost you to clean this up, sir?
Don't worry about it. It's on the house for helping with that ruffian.
I'll buy a shot of whiskey for your trouble.
While he's drinking, Maeve will step over here and introduce herself to the squirrely man and smile and hold a hand out to him. Oh, thank you for your assistance.
Axel's gonna swing his carbine over his shoulder, take her hand. It was my pleasure.
It's very brave.
yeah. Oh, definitely brave.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Are you guys new in these parts?
I'm from a ways outside of town. I think I've been through here before, but I'm mostly from the greater Denver area.
This is my first time in Denver.
Oh,
good. I just came in here to wet my whistle, and I'm heading over to the post office right now. I gotta have a letter sent out.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Welcome to you to the great state of Colorado. Both of you. She'll turn to Joshua and include him in the welcome to Colorado.
Thank you. I'll introduce myself to Axel as well. My name's Joshua Hervote, and I'm from New Orleans.
Axel McGillicuddy, New Orleans. I've never been that far south before.
Next time you're ever in town, I suggest you try the beignets. They are exquisite.
The what?
The French donuts, sir.
Yes, yeah, I definitely will try those French donuts.
Say, that is a mighty fine weapon you have there.
Thank you. It was not cheap. Yeah, I spent many a months saving up for a weapon like this. It keeps me safe out here in the West.
You spend a lot of time running?
Well, no, I travel place to place, selling my services where I can, trying to just make a little bit of money to send back home to the family. That's the reason why I was in Denver. They got a post office here, and I need to send them some money so my sister, she can keep going to the university, getting them book smarts.
Mm.
You're welcome to walk with us. I mean, we're just looking for someone ourselves, and the post office is probably the next stop. They know everybody.
Well, you are certainly the most friendliest people I've met in this town so far, so I'll be more than happy to accompany you to the post office.
Can you roll me a knowledge check?
Common knowledge?
That is correct.
Not too hot. 5.
Hey, 4 is all you need to beat. You know that the post office is part of the bank.
Okay. Gentlemen, I do believe we're headed to the bank, not the post office. It's part of the bank.
Oh, that's strange. I've never... Huh. All right. Well...
It's all part of the Western Union.
Ma'am, it's been my experience that banks are just as dangerous as a bar because they take all of your money.
I understand. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm sorry, what was your name again, miss?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Maeve.
Maeve? Just Maeve?
Maeve Lewis. Sorry.
Well, it was a much obliged pleasure to meet you, Miss Lewis.
And you, Mr.
Yes,
McGillicuddy.
Yeah, if you could just show me where the bank is, I'd be greatly appreciated.
Certainly, because I'm pretty sure I remember where it is on the map. It's like right next to the stable.
You guys come on into the bank. Walking into the bank, it looks like an old-timey bank. You have a couple of tellers behind bars that are protecting them from the normal common areas. There's booths that are set up so people can write on their checks and their wills and what have you set up in the front, and it seems to be a door going to the back area behind. There's only one other patron in the bank writing on a desk over to the side. Do you want to interact with him?
I would prefer not to disturb the nice man. I'll just head over to the teller.
He doesn't look sketchy or anything like that, does he? Like he's just pretending to write?
Hobie?
He does not look sketchy, no. He's just writing out a note.
Don't want to have to make the body count too today.
With an aim shot to the hand.
Hello, Mr. Teller, sir. My name is Mr. McGillicuddy, and
I don't care what your name is. What do you want?
Some southern hospitality for one thing. Second,
You're in Colorado.
I see. I need you to send a letter, a package, mainly to my family in Alabama, if you'd be so kind.
$5.
Not a problem, sir. Here is the package, and I give them the address to my family, and then I make sure it's made out to Catherine McGillicuddy.
All right, and would you like to pay the $10 insurance on that?
I would. It would be a horrible thing if the money, the package does not make it.
He takes the $5 that you have for sending the package and puts it in the till ahead of him. He takes the $10 for insurance and ends up sticking it in his pocket.
Hand him the package.
He throws it in a bin behind him that is full of other letters, and we'll send it out on the train later on today.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You have a fantastic day, and if I need anything else, I'll be by. Thank you.
Maeve's gonna look over at Joshua, glance towards one of the other tellers.
As you're doing that, you start to hear a ring. One of the tellers picking up a device and pressing up to ear, and you hear, yes, sir, the teller responds. Hey, you all the ones who just took care of that gentleman over in the bar?
That depends. Who's asking?
That would be the bank manager.
Step up to the teller and I'll say, well, there was a man in there waving a gun around and we did take care of it, but I don't know anything about a shootout.
Hobie would suddenly kind of look up at what's going on, then go back to his writing.
Nothing happens in this town without bank manager knowing about it. If you are who we think you are, he'd like to have a word with you.
What do you think, Maeve?
I'm fine with that.
Mr. McGillicuddy, are you willing to tag along?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation with people, maybe there's a little money in it for me, if you know what I mean.
I will admit at first the man did have my attention, but now he has my curiosity.
Where would he like to speak with us?
Is there going to be any reaction from Obi over there?
He's taken an interest in the fact that they've just admitted to shooting a man in a bar. He's not sure how this town handles such things. He's kind of new to the area. He's waiting to see how this plays out.
The teller ends up cranking a device underneath the desk, and it starts to open up the side door, and the teller's going to step over to it and open the door for you, letting you in.
All right, yeah, I'll go over there.
You see a big iron stockade in front of you and a door to the left that seems to swing open on its own. There's a plump man sitting behind a desk with a cigar in his mouth. Come on in, come on in. Maeve, are you sitting down, standing up? How do you want to play this?
She's sitting down.
Joshua will stand, but he'll lean back against the wall there, keeping an eye on the door and on the manager at the same time.
Axel would like to stand in the corner, just make sure he's got his eye on the door, just the whole room, and it's safest this way for lookout purposes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So I hear you guys are the ones who take care of problems and take care of them quickly.
Well, I mean, there was an incident in the bar. I mean, we just did what any good God-fearing citizen would do.
Yeah, well, I've been in this town for many years, worked with the agency for many years, heard about some of your guys' work from before.
I'm sorry, what was your name, sir?
My name is Bob Woodward.
Does she know that name?
Not that she can recall.
Okay, it's a pleasure, Mr. Woodward.
So Joshua, here your aim's gotten a little better.
Maeve's just gonna glance up at Josh like, oh, you know this man? But, like, not saying anything.
I don't recall. Why don't you refresh in my memory?
Like I said, I work with the agency from time to time. All of their finances go through here and like to tell tales, especially of mishaps like that. And he kind of laughs under his breath.
I'm afraid I don't get the joke. And he kind of glares at the man.
Anyways, I have a proposition for y'all.
Any money in it?
Plenty of money in it. I want you guys to start a new town for me.
A new what?
A new town, a new settlement. I found an area out west that is unclaimed, mainly due to tales of a large beast that has been destroying animals and pretty much pushing anything out that tries to come through this area. I believe, as the tales have been told to me, that you have maybe had a run-in with such creature in your past.
Maybe so.
I mean, if you ask common folk, this creature does not exist.
I think there's something over here. I'm gonna go to take a look at. I feel like this is a much better vantage point from. I'll be right here. Don't worry.
Give me the location. I'll help you.
Well, I have the deed to the land, but I'm going to need you guys to acquire the funds in order to get stuff going. I have money here tied up in the bank, but unfortunately none of it is liquid. But if you are able to acquire the money and able to clear out the lands, I will double the profits from it. We need 900 to set up, but after everything's said and done, you will walk away with 2,000 in gold and ghost rock.
Axel walks back in. 2,000. 2,000? Like 2,000.
Yes, I believe he said 2,000.
Okay, hold up. Mr. Woodrow?
Woodward.
Mr. Woodward. He starts leaning over the desk. Sir, I need you to say this one more time. There are 3 zeros after the word 2, right?
That's a minimum of 2,000. Should be more money than you'll ever need for your life. I believe that the terminology is fuck off money. It's the type of money where someone tells you what to do, you tell them to fuck right off.
Well, sir, I can kill a bear. That's not a big deal. Jeez. All right, you have yourself a deal.
All right, I believe you saw my associate in the lobby there. He will be able to give you map coordinates and send you on your way. You guys do want to hurry up and get yourself well equipped for the day, and you can be out by the train on the evening.
Before we go, would the teller also be able to write us up a contract with your signature on it?
I have it right here for you. And he pulls it out of his desk and slides it across the desk.
Joshua reads it. Is it a standard contract with fine print and all that?
Roll me a knowledge other.
7?
You're no lawyer or anything, but it looks legit.
All right. I guess we all got to sign it.
Maeve would like to read it before she signs it.
It talks about building a town, and it's going to be out west. Looks like Arizona seems to be the general area. It says upon completion of setting up homestead, the reward of 2,000 in gold and ghost rock.
Is there any mention of the creature on the contract?
No, there's no mention of the creature whatsoever.
Maeve will sign.
Well, with that all said and done, you guys better get equipped and on your way.
I appreciate it, sir. I will not let you down. I'll see you soon, sir. I'll see you real soon.
Maeve just turns and walks out. She's a woman on a mission.
Before Joshua leaves, he leans across the desk to the bank manager and he says, "The death of a lawman is no joking matter. I suggest you show some respect for the dead." And he walks out.
I take it you are Mr. Woodward's accomplice, or whatever it was he said. Hobie. She walked up to him.
He's contracted me, yes, but I would not call myself an accomplice.
It was an A word. I forget which one he used. I'm sorry.
Associate.
There we go. Associate.
That's a little more apt.
Forgive I'm gonna go check the general store, make sure I've got everything I need. And he said that we would be on a train tonight. Are you joining us on that?
Yes, I am. I will be with you the whole way.
All right. If anybody else wishes to join me at the general store, I'm gonna pack up, and I will meet you. Otherwise, I will meet you all at the train station.
Sounds good to me. I'll go with you. We gotta get out of here anyway. I hate banks. I doubt the fastest way to double your money is to fold it up and put it back in your pocket.
Never heard that one.
There's going to be a few things I would like to pick up. Most definitely.
So you're going to the grocery store or the general store?
Yeah, that was the one I could
no
find.
actual general store.
All right.
Going
As you're walking up to the general store, the proprietor is standing out front, kind of sweeping up and stuff like that. He's like, "Just make sure to give your money to the man behind the desk, or not man, but you'll see what I mean when you get in there."
Okay. And she'll walk in while still eyeing the proprietor a little bit.
I'll follow you. I don't have anything to buy, but I want to see what this is about.
Is everyone going inside the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to see what he's talking about. Him. Well, you'll see.
Yeah, that was a little ominous.
Oh, that's,
Go in there and give the man your money.
That spells good thing.
Maeve's like, that's typically how stores work, so...
Looking around the general store, you see mostly what you would expect. Shelves finely stacked with almost unhuman precision, everything labeled finely as if they had their own personal printing press. Behind the counter, you hear the release of screaming steam as a mechanical man stands up from behind the counter saying, "Welcome to WB Grocers."
Huh.
Is that an automaton?
Welcome
Interesting.
to Colorado Store.
Interesting.
Well, I'll be. I had never seen an automaton.
Axel walks in, sees the metal man, like, "Jig, no, nope," and he promptly leaves the store. Nope. Nope. That's the devil. That's the devil.
Is that
I
you?
don't remember the scripture saying anything about the devil being a metal man.
Nor do I, and I've studied
Okay,
it quite
he's gone.
profusely.
Oh.
I do believe that man is a coward.
I wouldn't put it past them. Honestly, we all got pieces of crazy, and it's just some are bigger pieces than others.
I suppose you're right. Good afternoon, sir. Where might I find your trail rations?
On the right aisle.
My right or your right?
Does not compute.
All right. Miss Maeve, this thing is dumber than a box of shit. Let's just take a look around and we'll find them.
She's trying so hard to be, like, civilized. But yeah, no, Josh is probably right. They should just look around. She will look about the store, see if she can find the rations on her own.
Roll me a investigation.
Sir, where are the rations? Dear Lord, give me strength.
Is anything labeled?
Yeah, actually, on the top of the aisles, there's one that's labeled the right aisle and the left aisle, and it is in respect
Point
to
to the
walking.
one that says. Points to the one that says the right aisle. And I'm looking at Maeve. Maeve.
And that's going to be a sign hanging over the thing, and it's going to be retrospective to, or in the perspective of walking through the front door.
Yeah, Maeve
Was your
basically
right,
like
by the
never
way, as I'm
stopped
pointing up,
looking at the automaton.
as you see me
Yeah.
pointing up towards the sign on the ceiling.
Oh, well, fancy that. And she'll go find herself some rations.
All right, so you keep on saying rations. What exactly are the rations that you're trying
Dried
to buy?
goods, salted meat, just, stuff that's preserved.
Run of the
for-
mill trail rations.
So just trail rations.
That's what she said to begin with. Yep.
Yep. Okay. I was just making sure that you were specifically talking about trail rations and not trying to find specific stuff.
Yeah.
You see a sign when you do find the trail rations that says 50 cents, just kind of hanging on.
Can I ask a quick question? It's for my notes and stuff. Did the teller give us any startup money for this, or we absolutely have to come up with every penny ourselves?
You have to come up with every penny yourself.
Just making
You
sure.
gotta come up with the money. Was that 900 apiece or 900 total?
900 total.
That's the important part there.
Yeah. And does it say 50 cents, like, per pound, or is it just 50 cents?
I was just saying, I was just gonna buy 10 days worth of rations for $5.
The automaton takes your money and starts kind of moving around and walking and restocking the stuff that you just took out. Everyone roll me a notice check.
Sorry, Joshua rolled a 9.
Maybe got a 10.
4.
Everyone notices that the color of the eye on the automaton switches from green to a red glow.
That's a neat little feature.
Josh and Maeve also notice on him that it says Hellstrom Industries written on his chassis.
That's the Mormon people, isn't it?
Roll me an athletics check, Josh.
That's a 4.
All right, what is your toughness? Or sorry, what is your parry?
A 2?
So that is going to hit. Just like a rock'em sock'em robot, and it just belts you really hard, and it's going to be determined here in just a second where it hits you and how hard it hits you. All right, so it's actually not hitting you. It is going to slash at you as some claws come out of its hand.
Whoa. Oh, proprietor. Get your ass in here. Her automaton has gone mental.
Sorry, what was your toughness again?
My toughness is 4.
Good
Okay.
lord. Do you not have armor of any kind?
I couldn't afford it.
Oh.
All right, well, it's going to be a basic success, so you are just shaken, which means you are not going to be able to move until you are unshaken. Everyone roll initiative. Or not roll initiative, or we're going to deal out initiative.
I was gonna say.
We're getting to slide the Bowie knife out, because I don't think I should shoot the metal thing. Instead, shoot back at some of us.
So does that mean that I can't take a turn or anything like that until I'm not shaken anymore?
You have to successfully do a spirit check, or you can use a Benny to unshake yourself. So, Maeve?
Jack of Spades, it looks like.
Joshua had pulled the Queen of Hearts.
All right, Hobby, what you got? Hobie.
Is that 10 of hearts?
Would something happen if we're all suited together?
Suits just break tie.
It'd be really cool if we were all, like, suited together, like, if, like, the three of us had gotten, like, a flush, like, 10 Jack, Queen of Hearts. That would have been cool.
I know, right? I was just thinking the same thing.
That is possible. All right, you are shaken, Joshua, so if you can give me a vigor check.
A 7?
Yay!
Oh.
Correct, but since you have been shaken in this combat, you cannot be shaken again, but now you're going to take a wound.
Like so? Just one?
Yeah, so that was your first action. Do you want to do a second action?
Alright, I would like to move here, quick draw my rifle, and attack. An 11?
All right, you shoot the shit out of that aisle of groceries right in front of you.
Dead groceries.
Do the groceries go all the way to the ceiling?
It splatters all over the place, breaking up a couple of jars of jam that splatters onto your both of your all's outfit.
Don't worry, it was just a distraction. At the end of my turn, or can I do one thing before it's the end?
You have up to 3 actions, but every time you take an additional action, it's another negative.
To get unshaken, is that an action?
That was an action, so you
And
are
then
on your third
moving
action
to-
currently.
Okay, I mean, if that's all my actions, then I was gonna pull Maeve with me and get her in front of the automaton, but if that's all my action,
Movement is separate from actions.
oh, so I do. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Maeve and I'm gonna yank her behind me to get her out of the wearer of the automaton.
Give me an athletics check to see how well you do it.
8.
Oh yeah, you pull her straight back.
That will end my turn.
Maeve, you're up.
She is going to step over here. Excuse me, sir. Your man is attacking us? She's calling out the door for him.
Yeah, he does hear you. He's like, it's not supposed to do that. I'll be right in.
Please hurry, because we're going to be forced to dispatch it if it does not stop attacking us. That was all she was going for, was to see if he was aware that automaton was attacking them, not that they just openly attacked his robot dude.
Oh, I was gonna do the same thing on my turn. Just tell him, yo, your thing is going crazy in here.
I got you.
Darius says to stop living.
Who in tarnation is that?
Does a 4 beat your parry, which I believe was a 2?
Yes, it does.
And what is your toughness?
My toughness is a 4.
So that means you are going to take a wound. Your guts are now battered as the blade goes into your guts, reducing your vigor by 1 dice type. That does mean that you have taken 1 wound now, 2 more, and you are dead.
Okay.
Alright, Hobie?
Can you describe this automaton a little better? Like, were there any sort of lines outside of his casing? Like hose lines or anything like that?
Nah, it kind of looks like if someone strapped legs and arms onto a metal fireplace. There's a steam vent off the back of it.
Alright, potatoes around here? I'm gonna treat this like a car engine and shove some potatoes in that steam vent.
It is covered.
The only thing I can do is a knife should be able to help. It's got armor piercing. So let's see if I can dab something on it. This weird shotgun. I'll come up from behind over here and just take a shot at its side. Maybe get hit off of them real quick.
Alright, so that's going to be an 8 to hit. That's going to hit. You cock your lever action shotgun, unload a blast of buckshot into him. All of a sudden, he starts moving his head around, and he's like, Darius says, die. And it starts having steam, starts venting up from all of the vents. Everyone roll me an athletics check.
Time to go. Well, Maeve gets out of there like a goddamn banshee.
Though she be small, she be mighty quick. I haven't even got to see her in action yet. That's the sad part. All she's doing is running in all these encounters.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh my.
Dude.
Wow. Damn, guys.
That was short.
Toby, what is your toughness?
7.
Alright, Joshua, what is your toughness?
My toughness is a 4.
Wow, guys. Is Maeve gonna have to tank this stuff?
So this thing explodes, sending shrapnel and food all over the place. Maeve is out before it even explodes, but the other two are going to be
Guys.
2 wounds into your guts, double battering them. If you guys aren't doing anything, Joshua is going to be dead.
Oh, Maeve was fully intending to heal him her next round. As long as, that's her next goal.
That is not an option right now, unless Joshua wants to do anything to absorb the damage.
Oh, gotcha.
How do we do that?
Spend some bennies.
I'll spend a penny to drop one of those wounds off of me.
How many bennies do I have to spend to absorb that?
To stay alive, you will need to absorb, drop 1 benny. It will be 2 bennies to absorb 2 wounds.
Take off one of them.
As Time of Fate happens, it rewinds time as it whips back. The event happens again, but this time the shrapnel slightly misses you as you guys run out. The store is a smoldering mess. The shopkeep just looks in awe, flabbergasted, and starts busting out crying as his livelihood is destroyed.
Who's Darius? Do you know, sir? Maeve is looking at the shopkeep.
Yeah, he's not really wanting to talk to you guys. He's, get out.
Your man just tried to kill us.
I don't care what happened. Get away from here.
Who is Darius?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Jesus Christ.
That's a 19. The power of Christ compels you. Who is Darius?
Darius
Damn.
Hellstrom. Everyone knows that. He's the one who gives us all this great technology that works great until y'all got around here.
Why does he want us dead?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Perhaps I will.
As you guys are stepping out, you start to hear a whistle and a
It's a good thing they're right next to the fire department.
I did not have that situation in hand.
and it seems that the train for you guys to leave is here for the night.
Maeve's gonna head
Why
to the
don't
train
we
station.
mosey on out of here? I can get this wound bound up.
I'll take care of it.
So as you guys load up onto the train, get into your seats, a little bit worse for wear, you have a lot of things to consider. Your tasks coming up ahead, the fact that Darius Hellstrom, the rich
He used to want
mogul
us dead.
from out west, obviously wants you dead, and why. The fact that you never found the husband to the person who owns the stables. With all of that in mind, the train pulls away from the station, and you guys move to the west. And that's where we call it for the night.